Today's video is for the benefit of parents and teachers who are handling toddlers. Those children who are in Balvatika 1, we can also call them toddlers. Now, NEP 2020 affirms that the goal of teaching learning process should be to make the children understand how to learn and not what to learn. We have to, as parents and teachers, we have to help the children to explore, to discover, to help them to practice their thinking skills, and also how to help themselves to process the information that is available in the world, to get to know about the world around them and also beyond. Now, NCFFS, that is National Curriculum Framework for the Foundational Stage, it has given actually 6 developmental domains where teachers and parents should work on for the holistic development of the child. Now these 6 domains are physical development, socio-cultural development, cognitive development, developing language and literacy skills, cultural and aesthetic development, and to develop positive learning habits. Now these domains, they are not independent, they are interlinked and they are interdependent and they interact with each other. Now when I see teachers and parents handling 3-year-olds, I see lots of parents and teachers making, I should call them mistakes. And now since Balvatikas have been introduced in many of the schools when the formal education starts at the age of 3, it is very important to understand the brain development of the child, to plan the activities that the teacher conducts in the class, or the way the parents interact with the child in the house. So it is very, very important for the parents and teachers to understand what is the kind of development that happens at that particular age. Because we all understand that the maximum brain development takes place from the age of 0 to 6, and every stage is very important, and there is rapid brain development at this age. So if the teachers and parents are not able to understand the abilities and the interests and the needs of the children at different ages and at different stages of life, the holistic development of the child does not take place, and it will have a lot of repercussions in their adult life. The way the children communicate, the way they are, whether they are emotionally intelligent and to what level, and lots of other things, the way they make friends, the way they communicate with others, the way they handle conflicts, all these things, that depends on how they were handled in this foundational stage. And we also understand that the attention span of a child is actually very less. Studies say that the attention span of any child is 1 minute plus the age of the child. So if a child is 3-year-old, the attention span of the child is 4 minutes. The attention, the child can give on any one activity or any concentrated effort, it will be only for 4 minutes. The child cannot concentrate for more than that. So there are a couple of things that that our parents and teachers should understand about the development of the child before we plan activities for them. So the first point that the teachers and parents must understand is that at the age of 3, a 3-year-old is very self-centered. Now, I have seen parents and teachers making mistakes with a child, asking the child to share their things or asking the child to sit in a group and play with the other children or play with the siblings or play with the neighbors at a very tender age of 3. And parents and teachers get worked up and they feel that my child is not having the habit of, has not developed the habit of sharing, cooperation and other things. Now, we as teachers and parents must understand that the child who is 3-year-old, he is very self-centered. To his mind, he has not, the development has not taken place for him to understand that there are other children or other human beings in this world who have similar thoughts and feelings. So he understands only about, he is only about bothered, or he is understands only about himself and his own needs. So he likes to play alone. So a child who is 3-year-old, he will like to play with his toys and he will not like to share his toys with others. So this is a natural thing to happen, and there is no need for anybody, teachers as well as to parents, to get worked up on that. Of course, a little bit of parallel play can happen, like if the child is sitting with his own toys, he will sit and play with his toys, and he will allow another child to sit next to him or close to him, and that child will have his play. But it will not be, you will not see most of the 3-year-old, they will not be sitting together and playing. So this is one thing that we have to keep in mind, and once we understand their needs, abilities and their interest, it will be easy for teachers and children to handle them. Next thing that we have to understand about child who is 3-year-old is that they still have insufficient muscular control, especially over finger movements. So the activities that we plan for them should be kind of those activities which work on this fine motor skills. It should be to help the child to develop the fine motor skills, like picking up or beading activities, or tearing or pasting activities, or playing with blocks, or using clay, or playing with sand, or very good thing that the child can do is to play with a slate, because he is not able to write because muscles have not developed. We should not force the child to write, but he can draw. The child can draw, because any writing activity first starts with a drawing activity. So those kind of activities should be planned for the child who is 3-year-old. We must understand that they enjoy playing them themselves and do not know how to join a group, because they cannot cooperate and they do not like to share at this particular age. So group activity or activity in which they have to share their things, or it is some activity wherein everybody participates in the activity, should not be planned for a 3-year-old. And very important thing about a 3-year-old child is that they learn by imitation. They like to watch and they follow. They are also very fond of repetition. So since they are very fond of repetition, the activities should be rhymes and songs. And when we are doing rhymes and songs activities with the children, that should be very simple activities, because their brain is not developed to that level for them to understand a series of instructions. If the teacher or the parent is giving them a series of instructions like good morning, open your textbook, or open your pencil box, or open your tiffin, and open your snack box or anything and take out, you know, the red color pencil or the blue color pencil, and then keep it here or keep it there. This four kind of information the brain of the child is not able to process. So the child will process the first one, that is, that teacher comes into the class and say good morning children, children will process good morning madam. So that is the only thing at that particular age they will be able to do. 3-4 kind of instructions should not be given at the same time, because the brain is not developed to that level to process all these information together. Next thing that we should keep in our mind is that they will do the activities but with limited speed. So we should give them a pause between one activity and the other, and the pace at which the child does the activity will be slow. So therefore the games and activities of a 3-year-old should be short, simple, and it should be amusing also. So once the activities are joyful for the child will be a happy, cheerful child, and a happy, cheerful child or a toddler will make a happy, cheerful adult in future. And singing activities, as I already told, usage of hands and fingers. And one thing that I have noticed in many schools is that at this tender age also, they ask the children to cooperate, which they are not able to do, which they do not share. But in some of the schools they keep competitions also at this age. So it should be teachers and parents should understand that the children do not understand competition. They do not understand cooperation, they do not understand group work, and they do not understand competition. So please don't give them activities where there is competition and we say that this child is first, this child is second, this child is, because their development of the brain is not taking place to that level. So while teaching them or giving an activity on a rhyme or a song also, it should not be like, you know, there should not be too many variations in that, too many variations in the sense that asking them to put your right hand up, put your left hand up, touch your toes, and then again, those kind of activities should not be given at the age of 3, because their mind is not able to process those varied kind of actions, and it should be simple activities. So suffice to say that the activity should be very simple. Teacher can tell a sentence or something or a song, and then child can repeat. That is it, that much only. So I hope this video will be useful to all the teachers and parents who are handling children who are 3-year-old. Thank you.